When a Jamaican assumes the head of an international organization, the world takes stock. And when that person is a woman at the helm of a sports federation, it's even more significant. Reverend Roland Acosta and Mother Violet created just the right foundation for their 11 children. I'm not sure if either parent had a talent for sports, but their eighth child certainly did. Running, high jump, long jump, netball. When she was only 17, she played her way to the front page of the Gleaner. These wing attack people, watch them. For the next half hour, the Honorable Molly Rhone, Order of Jamaica, former president of the International Netball Federation, will be on court. This is Profile. I am Faye Ellington. Some people take a long time to say yes to Profile. Thank you, Molly Rhone, for eventually agreeing.
You're very welcome. I'm
You
very
served-
busy.
Yeah, I know. You served the International Netball Federation for 16 years. Now that you are no longer at the helm, what does Molly do with a day?
I like to make a difference, and sport is my life. And I've seen how many lives have been changed through sport, and I continue to give my time to sport.
Let's talk about those 16 years. What were some of your accomplishments?
In the 16 years, well, Faye, it's a long story. When I took over in 2003, we were really a fledgling international federation. You know, there are now about 100 and something of us. And prior to my being elected, the president rotated with the championship. So wherever the championship was going to be, that would be the president would be from there. Now in 1971, when the first it was the third world championship, but Jamaica hosted it, Leela did not take the presidency.
That would be Leela Robinson.
Of fame.
Bless his memory,
blessed
yeah.
memory. She did not take this. So Rena Stratford from England took her place. She was the president that year. And also when Trinidad hosted in 1979, Lystra Lewis did not take the presidency either. The Governor General's wife took the presidency, right? So I'm kind of the first Caribbean lady or
What does
whatever.
it mean to be the first Caribbean woman at the helm of the International Netball Federation?
Well, you know, first of all, it is a great honor. And, you know, I got there by working hard. And you become a role model to others because, you know, in the world of sports, sport is dominated by men. I mean, I know netball is primarily a female sport, but it's great still to be at the helm and to show other young girls, because I started from a young girl, and the older women, of course, that you can achieve through hard work and dedication.
You say netball is primarily
Female sport.
female sport, but are there any male netball clubs that are making any important moves?
I wouldn't say they're making, well, important moves, but there are male clubs, especially in Africa and in some of Asia. They play together. But you know, Faye, the funny thing is, although it's primarily a female sport, I played for Jamaica, we used to practice against the men. Up at Mike on a Sunday morning in the sun, Leela would have us there, and we, you know, people like Dickie Crawford comes back to memory, and Dickie of blessed memory
Dickie
as well.
Coke.
Dickie Coke, yeah.
Dickie
Dickie
Coke.
Crawford.
Yes,
oh my
Dickie
God.
Coke.
Sorry
Right.
about that. Sorry about that, Dickie.
Yes.
Dickie
Because
Coke.
they were playing volleyball.
Yeah, Freddie Green, those people, and we used to play against them on a Sunday morning.
So you got a good workout working with them.
Oh yeah, and it still happens today. So in Africa, in Asia, a lot of the teams practice against their male teams. But and there is a lot of push on now, actually, to have the men involved. But right now, the International Federation, we don't promote them at the international level, but a lot of our technical people are men. If you look at Jamaica, most of the coaches are men, and a lot of the umpires
Is that good?
worldwide. Yeah, it's good.
Why don't we have more women who are coaches?
Because I think they are busy. You know, the normal excuses. They have to do the homework. They have to do the children, which is something that concerns me. Because when I look in Australia, New Zealand, for instance, most of the players go back into the game. Most of them, they're coaches, they're umpires, and we are, especially in this region now, we have a serious problem in Jamaica's, in the Caribbean, or in the Americas, I would call it.
Would
As it
GC
is.
Foster College train the coaches for netball as they do for other sports?
Yes, to a certain
Yeah.
extent, I think
So we
they
need
would.
to encourage
We
more
need,
women to get in
we
as
really, we
coaches.
really do. I'm not discouraging the men,
Yes.
but I really would like to see more women coaching, and and in particular though in the umpiring, because most of our international umpires are not from this region. Jamaica used to have 4, and I think we probably have now 2 that are practicing.
Were you ever an
right?
umpire?
Well, let me give you a little joke here. To play for Jamaica in Leela Robinson's day, you had to be an umpire because she says you need to know the rules. If you don't know the rules, you can't play. So we all had to be umpires. I wish we could bring that back today.
Let me take you back, though, to your presidency, 2003 to 2019. You demitted office in July. What were some of the special projects you worked on? Those things that you would say, yeah, that will be my legacy.
We believe in the empowerment of young girls and ladies. And it opened my eyes when I went to places. I had to pay special attention to Africa, because when I took over, they had sort of dropped out of the international body, and it was easy to see how that happened because all of the presidents were full-time workers. You know, I gave up full-time work to run netball on a full-time basis because I saw that we needed that. And so I wondered, how could we get back the players or get countries to play? And so it took a while to devise a program. How are we going to help them? We have to get into the country to help them to play. And one of the major things I would remember, and it's still going on today actually, is going into India. We had partnership with Standard Chartered Bank, wrote a proposal to them to see what programs we can put in place to empower the girls. And their take, we chose Africa. Africa was my first choice, and they wanted India.
So you worked both with Africa and India.
Yeah, and they wanted India.
What was the program
Right.
called in Africa?
The Gold program.
The Gold program.
Gold, G-O-A-L.
Oh, Gold,
Gold
G-O-L.
program, right.
Gold, yes, yes.
And so we went in to get young girls to play. We took the coaches. We actually partnered with another NGO called DAS, and that they dealt mostly with HIV children. Okay, so we partnered with them, and we took netball to the slums of India. And when I say the slums, I mean the slums. I was walking in one day, and the car stopped, and it was the cow and the dog and me and walking in. But we got in there. We had to get the parents involved, so we did a little joke like letting them do an egg and spoon race, the mothers, you know.
Yes.
And then we got the children. We explained to them that we wanted the children to play. And of course, because we didn't have the men, they were willing to send out the little girls. Now, these are little girls who were being married off real early, or they were in the house only doing housework, okay? And when we taught them netball, because we send coaches in, and the association from India also sent coaches in, and we had them in little villages playing. This was in Delhi we started. And when we would go back there, if you heard the mothers, they were saying, can you take the boys as well, please? Because the girls are now so disciplined. And
How are they doing where competition is concerned?
well, you know, we don't always do it at the
competitive
elite level,
level,
you know, because we have to think of the grassroots. Because the idea is to keep the girls active, to get them out of the house.
Competition at the grassroots, do they have that?
Yes, well, they had that. So it was village by village by village. I was privileged to be out there once to watch them, and of course, you know, I'm weepy. So the mothers are there and they're singing it in their language, but the tune was "We Shall Overcome," right? And you see them play, and then. My most satisfying moment was to see one of those girls, because we would teach them umpiring, and we would teach them a little coaching. So train the trainer. Never mind, they're at that level. And one of them actually, she became an umpire. And then I was in Singapore at another competition, and then I see this little girl running across. Mom, Mom, you know, and I thought, oh my God. And I remembered, I said, you're from Goal? And she said, yes, she's from Goal. And of course, the tears come rolling down my eyes,
Don't
you
let
know.
them roll down just now. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you to allow me to take a break. My guest is Molly Rhone. She recently demitted office as the president of the International Netball Federation, and we're hearing some of what she accomplished while she held that post. We'll be right back with more from Molly Rhone.